Earthquake, 6.6 on the Richter scale at 4:31 a.m. this morning, centered south of the San Andreas Fault, right below Northridge, right in the valley. Lots of aftershocks have been felt, and that's likely to continue for at least 24 hours. That, according to no less a personage than Kate Hutton up in Pasadena at Caltech. At least a half dozen aftershocks of 4.0 have been recorded so far, just since 4:31 this morning. Lucy Jones, another seismologist at Caltech, says the initial rupture lasted 10 to 15 seconds, but then the quake seemed much longer with the reverberations it then generated.
Terrible sight here to see this apartment.
Those are causing a major headache. The 90 and 91 bus lines to Sylmar have been shut down or diverted. The 94 line that goes down San Fernando Road also, and any bus line at all really that uses a freeway affected by the earthquake is going to be delayed. All of the red line stations are closed today. The subway has been shut down for some time while crews check the tunnels there. It's apparently intact, though, is the initial assessment on that. And, however, the MTA, if you work for the MTA, we pass along this advisory. All MTA engineering, operations, safety, and transit police personnel should come to work. Everyone else who works for the MTA should not report to work today unless you are notified to do so by your supervisor. Now, again, the power situation, the DWP has issued an advisory that you should force.
That's why we have these high numbers of heart attacks.
Well, I've hit my about my 6th roadblock, trying to get back to work, trying to get down to work, and 9:52 on Monday. They let me through, but they told me there's lots of debris in the road, rock slides. Proceed at your own risk, but I've been called to work, so I got to go in. Ha! If I can't make it this way, I'm going to go home and listen to the radio.
Well, that appears to be the most...
Having an aftershock right now. I decided to stop and not drive through this until it stops.
Between the Sony Jumbotron and the advertising panels that are attached to it, we're estimating preliminarily $3 to $4 million in damage.
Just basically loose dirt, it looks like.
The overhang.
So go ahead and try to go through it.
Yeah, we haven't had a chance to go up and actually take a good close look at it. We're waiting on an engine.
But it was really scary just thinking about the people.
There's a load of dust up here from a lot of the rock slides. It's still happening out here. They stopped on this curb. The Forest Service isn't exactly where I want to stop.
And it was a substantial one that rolled through here, through Hollywood, the KNX studios here, shuddered through for about 10 seconds. Now, early this morning, even before sunup, I know that Kate Hutton predicted that there would be lots of aftershocks, some of them perhaps approaching 5.0 in the Richter scale. Pretty good quakes in their own right. And certainly her predictions along those lines have been borne out. We've had lots of those shocks, and that was a good one. So things aren't dissipating by any means at this point.
Some of them could be greater than that. I mean, we don't...
In the field, we will be opening just as many as we need to make sure that you all have a safe place to stay, but we certainly want to make sure we're following all the safety rules as well.
Any idea at this point how many people might need your shelters? Have your assessment teams been able to come up with any kind of estimate?
Well, Red Cross, as you say, begins with damage assessment teams, but what that means is it's called a windshield survey. They're going up and down
I'm still trying to get to work.
Structures and those that are residential units where we anticipate people will need to stay.
Mighty big rock fall here.
One person came out of an apartment complex, or 6 or 8, so it's really initial. We anticipate
getting through the worst of it, though.
Hundreds may need shelter. We're just opening the doors as quickly as possible, and we will, as as long as there's a need for the last person to be sheltered, we'll keep opening them until we get everyone's needs met.
All right, Peggy, this is a need we really don't like to think about.
I was on the freeway earlier, and
We can call.
all of a sudden 4 inches of the freeway slab was sticking up in front of me.
Because we were in a
That was fun.
before this disaster even hit due to the holidays. And for those who aren't
Was able to get around
we know
it.
that everyone's having a very hectic day, but over the next few days, there's an 800 number, which is 800.
That seems to be the worst of the rock slides.
13, or certainly just go down or call your local.
Hopefully the rest of the trip will be uneventful.
We don't
Well,
know at this point with the injuries.
scratch that about the rock slides. It seems to be a very, very big one up here.
Certainly encourage your support. If not today or tomorrow, the need is going to be there for several weeks, so please help us out that way.
And of course, the greatest need is supposed to be for O positive, that's the most common blood type. Then O negative is a universal donor, correct?
That's absolutely correct. When you're in a trauma and accident situation, you may not even have time to type someone, or certainly if their particular type isn't available, O is the universal donor. So if you don't know your type, we need all types. So please come in. We know today may not be the day for you to be thinking about that. Today it's if you have a sheltering need, but if you are in a fortunate position where you've not been affected, it's monetary donations to help us doing the work we do, or blood donations to make sure that those who may have been injured in this earthquake are taken care of.
All right, Peggy Hines from the Red Cross, she's saying that necessary shelters are going to be set up, and people
Looks
who
like
need
four-wheel drive
shelter
vehicles are getting
certainly
through.
going to find
If
it.
they'll let
She's
me,
also
that's what I'm
saying
going to do.
that, an increased call for blood is being issued. Now, all of the Southland has been laid siege to by this earthquake, certainly. All across the area, there are trouble spots, but one of the worst certainly has been Sylmar this morning, where at least a couple of mobile home parks have been raging in flames, and that's where our Ed Scannell is right now. Ed?
Well, this isn't so bad. They got a liability problem here, but it ain't that bad. Well, we made it. We got a lot of dirty looks, but we made it. The road's still pretty blown out here. Well, this is real exciting. We got down power lines and everything. What an adventure. I'll talk to this fireman real quick, let him know. Well, just talked to the fire department, trying to get some water up to some people, and they can't get the water up there. He's got some emergency water supplies, and I gave him the bad news. The power line was down, and the road's impassable in a lot of spots. So this is an adventure. I'll probably get to work around lunchtime. It's 10 now, with the way things have been. Probably gonna take me a little longer. I had to turn my camera off back there during the worst part. Kind of missed some good footage, but I was getting some dirty looks. I didn't want them to think I was some looky-loo. Hopefully that's the worst of it. I know this canyon up ahead gets kind of tight and windy because I used to take my street bike up here all the time. So no doubt there'll be more loose rock. We'll just have to see. Well, there's the edge of the valley down there I'm trying to get to work at. See what happens when we get there.
On his way to LA at this moment, and of course, President Clinton has dispatched James Lee, the Federal Emergency Management Agency FEMA director, to be on hand to get to work right away on the cleanup. And we're waiting in a matter of minutes. We hope it'll take place. Another briefing in front of Parker Center for the past hour. Down below, about 5 stories below City Hall East, which is the command center, Mayor Reardon, representatives of the Highway Patrol, along with Caltrans and other agencies, LAPD, Sheriff, have been undergoing a comprehensive briefing along with fire officials, and they're due to be coming out here, and we hope quite soon to let us know what the latest status report is on the quake damage and the plans for the rebuilding. Reporting live from Parker Center, Alex Sullivan, KNX.
This one is the director's
More than 70 structures that are involved or in one way or another with fire. That's in the whole LA area.
12 readable.
We had a partial collapse of the Northridge
At Canterbury and Van Nuys, apparently there were some people here that were told earlier that American Red Cross was responding there for some necessity.
No.
the LAPD is out in force doing just that. Alex Sullivan is standing by with an update on the accident. The whole front is coming back. And clearly, Tom, the LAPD is not found to repeat of the crimes of opportunity and larceny that occurred during the 1992 riots. Commander Dave Gascon says LAPD already has been arrested in the town.
You're doing good.
And there were also some reports of looting activity in the San Fernando Valley. These were a few reports. Now let me tell you, the department's response...
Signal units, any signal units. 211 Skyline. At a resident 13721. Correction 13721.
What kind of car it was, but it's hard to see now.
Hotel near Rockford, identify only for the gas company.
Where's your hose? Where's your hose?
Well, I'm without it today. Special assignment.
People just aren't paying attention and just really, in a lot of cases, don't know what to do. They're talking about closing the 101 North, the Hollywood Freeway northbound transition to the West Ventura Freeway near Studio City because of some structure damage. Right now, they're open, but I wouldn't use it.
It's unique because the ones that are broken are all for leaks.
They'll be hopefully back in commission tomorrow. That would be a good idea. All their ports are open.
About $1,000. Okay, talking about it.
15.80, roger.
Let's go. Foothold of Monterey, agency, please.
The possibly in the parking at Don Ricardo's, code 2 and 27 script.
But look at this sucker.
16337, code 6. 6 suspect description. 237, code 6, 9699.
Yeah, what a train car. Dude, like, hold on.
Something will kill us. Look at those tires, I mean those wheels.
Please make their 10 now.
They're just going there in the middle of that.
King 50, 3 King 50, come in.
Straight from the dental office.
3 King 50, 3 King 50, code 1.
Make a lot of loans.
Turned around, I looked at it.
Is there any room left? Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit!
This is the bus to Cartagena?
Is there another row back there?
Yeah, there is. You gotta kind of climb back to it.
How would we have known?
Yeah, damn it. We want somebody with a sign.
Where's our
Where's our sign?
That's right. I didn't see the poster.
I almost had to accommodate Walt Disney, man. Do you have Bud Light in that
We're
car?
gonna do 2 bus loads?
You do? Well, I'm Walt Disney.
Does it matter? We're on the first bus.
The deceased.
We can take a picture of yourself?
Yes.
One of you, big boy.
Oh. What are they doing?
16, 24, radio check. Clean 125. 126. Clean 30. Just like the whole damn division had to do a radio check. This is the foothills, North Hollywood.
All the way at the back of the day. Yep.
Yes, it is.
Hey, Gary.
Far as hell, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. What happened to the bus? Now, was the PA working on any other cars?
Engineer running out, moving
That train seemed like it was going super fast, and that from
time for it or something.
That means God collected up and a real healthy paycheck.
Yeah. You're in the dark, we can't see you here. Yep.
The eyebrow part.
Pretty scary.
That's when they do that. It's good.
What?
Did you see?
Why don't you tell me tomorrow? I'm documenting this whole week.
I forgot what you looked like anyhow. I stayed up for a little while. I don't want to think too much. I get about an hour of time with it, you know. You ride back to the same, but we're getting half an hour, so it was just kind of no big hurry.
Thanks, bro.
Hey, bye. How about it?
Why don't we go? Let's go visit Mom.
Come on down, folks.
He yard flying down. Thank you.
Let me see that on something camera. Is that recording?
Here I'm with partner Daryl Rand. It's got a big screen TV down there.
Where?
The back of it.
Sure is. Look how big that thing is. Held together better than the house.
All these things just kind of slid off the foundations here, you know?
That is absolutely incredible.
Wild, huh? Oh, yeah, look at that. Where they were trying to find the old person. Sunset? Oh, that was on Sunset. Angeles out of Santa Clarita. It's about May 17th. 4.5 months ago, there was a 6.7 earthquake. It was later upgraded to 6.9. Section of the freeway up ahead in Gavin Canyon fell down. And 4.5 months later, it's now repaired. Up to this time, we've been taking the detour that we're passing on the right here. About 4.5 miles of detour that the Caltrans people put together in about a week and a half after the quake. A lot of section of the freeway up to this point, all the way back to the 126, has been in very bad shape and been piece by piece replaced. This is the first day that this freeway's been open. This section of the freeway from about here to the 14. At the top of the hill, when we go back down, there'll be sections of freeway missing still on the 14. Because that those overpasses, about 8 of them were knocked down after they were deemed to be unsafe by Caltrans. About 600 feet of bridge fell down right here. The section we're passing over right now is mainly intact, but the section that we're now about to go over, the middle parts remain standing, but the ends on it fell down, trapping 3 cars, as a matter of fact. It's all new freeway. All the crews have moved their stuff off to the side. They've been working like crazy, restriping it, and sandblasting, and getting everything ready for today. And I see that also the northbound lanes are open, which is also a first. Detour ended right here. They brought us back on the freeway right about here. Knocked out a big section of fence off to the side to do it. Section of 14 that fell down and unfortunately cost the life of a motor cop on his way to work. He was in a big hurry, didn't even see the freeway was gone, and just went right off the end of it. That's it, everything's back to normal.